I got into this job and I make these videos for NOAA and for the Global Foundation for Ocean Exploration based on things that intrigue me about the ocean and filming these fantastic scientists from all over the world. It's a dream come true for a science-based documentarian like myself. My love for science, I definitely got that from my mom.
The Marine Natural Products Drug Discovery Group at Harbor Branch began in March of 1984, the purpose of which was to discover novel chemical compounds that could be used to treat cancer. They tested extracts of these organisms that were collected. The ones that were really hitting in the bioassays, the tests, were primarily from sponges. There are nearly 10,000 species of sponges. Their diversity, especially in the tropical Western Atlantic, is very high. Instead of collecting an entire sponge, we were just getting small pieces. So being very careful to leave something on the bottom, because sponges are remarkably regenerative.
The first thing that we do when we collect a sample is we extract it, which means when you make a cup of coffee, you're extracting the coffee beans. And so we do the same thing, but we use ethyl alcohol instead of using hot water. That pulls out all of the things called natural products that we're very interested in studying. Natural products are small organic molecules that are made by plants, animals, and microbes, and they don't have any essential role in keeping the organisms alive, but it takes a lot of energy and resources for those animals to make those compounds, and so we presume that they give them some kind of advantage. We know that sponges are very rich, and we have observed that things that either grow over a surface and they're colonizing a lot of space, or things that are brightly colored, both of those typically have a lot of chemistry. So it's not one size fits all, and that's actually one of the fun things about our job is that we get to find all kinds of different molecules, and we can be the first ones to find those molecules.
A lot of the things for organisms that cannot move, such as sponges, they do it by chemistry. And it is those chemicals that somehow are working against human cancers. And so for us, that's what makes them so interesting. Everybody goes, you've been studying cancer for so long, why do we don't have a cure yet? The reason is because cancer is not a single disease. It's a collection of over 100 diseases. And what they share in common is that you have DNA that has been altered and a cell that is growing uncontrollably.
I find that every person, whenever they're talking about cancer, they always remember the moment they are first told. And for me, that was a phone call while I was on the ship. I had just gone to Florida at Harbor Branch, met the wonderful Dr. Shirley Pomponi, Dr. Wright, Dr. Guzman, and I was so inspired. We had all of these discussions about how sponges could potentially give us cures for cancer. I get a call from my mom. She was diagnosed with a rare type of uterine cancer. It was really surreal because I had just gotten back from talking to these wonderful women about medicines that could now save my mom. It gives you a completely different perspective on telling this story because now I've lived it.
The fact remains that because we've explored so little of our deep water on planet Earth, we don't know what the diversity is there. What if the next cure for Alzheimer's or cancer or the next pandemic that we've got out there, the next infectious disease that we have out there, what if it's in these deep water organisms? And we have every reason to believe that it will be based on our limited collections from deep water environments where we have discovered very novel chemicals with novel biological activity.
Science is changing all the time. In the past, people would just test, can I kill a cancer cell? Well, that's not how we work anymore. We're working, can we change the immune response to kill the cancer cell? Can we activate your immune system to do that? Can we block nutrients getting in to just those cells that eat in a different way and feed themselves differently than your normal cells? So we can really intervene in cancer in ways that we didn't know about before, and the same for other diseases.
We have been using natural products, just terrestrial, as sources to treat our diseases, and about 50% of the current drugs that we use come from natural products. There's animals and there's plants in the ocean, and so the probabilities that we're gonna find new drugs that come from them that are gonna be very effective, that are gonna be unusual because they have unusual environments in which they're growing, are huge. So I really firmly believe that we are gonna find very effective drugs from the ocean, and that as we explore more, we're gonna be able to find different things. Cancer, unfortunately, is something that affects the whole world. So finding a medicine from the sea will have effects for people everywhere.
Medicine did not save her. This disease, it affects everyone. It leaves visible and invisible scars throughout the world, and we still don't have an answer. And it is infuriating. The only solace out of this whole experience is the fact that somebody in the future may never have to go through the pain that I did, because we continued to search for cures.